of Ukraine, and we've known this. This is the crazy thing. We've known this. Joe Biden's own words. Remember, they tried to indict Trump for trying to meddle in the internal affairs of Ukraine. Trump calls the guy on his perfect phone call, the president of Ukraine, and suggests that he could be very helpful if he would start an investigation into the Bidens. That Hunter Biden was dirty in his arrangement with Burisma, an energy company. He ends up being paid billions or millions of dollars, doesn't know the first thing about energy. It was a clear quid pro quo gig that Hunter Biden got without any qualifications simply because he's the vice president. And then Joe Biden, as vice president, went over there. And we know what comes next because Joe Biden bragged about it in a speech that he gave at the seminar that he participated in at the Council on Foreign Relations. And paraphrasing, Biden's telling the assembled crowd, and there's 150 people there. Council on Foreign Relations is a very elitist offshoot of the deep state. And Biden is bragging about what he did. And he claims that he told the president of Ukraine that if he didn't fire the prosecutor that was investigating his son, then $1 billion that had been earmarked for Ukraine would be withheld. Biden was going to see to it. He's bragging about his ability to do it. And then he told the people at the Council on Foreign Relations, if you don't believe me, then you can call Obama. This is what he said to the president of Ukraine. If you think I'm making this, if you call Obama, he'll tell you, you'll fire this investigator, you'll fire this prosecutor. Obama will withhold the money. He's bragging about this. He's on tape. There is video of Biden bragging about this. We've known that there was corruption. We've known that Biden was intimately involved in it. He admitted it. And the prosecutor was fired, and the investigation into his son was stopped. And Ukraine got $1 billion in aid, but it was held hostage. And Biden indicted Obama. In the way he told the story, he made it clear that Obama was also willing to withhold the $1 billion. Says, if you don't believe me, what he was really saying, if you don't think I'm high enough here on the food chain, if you think I'm just a lowly vice president, you call Obama, call Barack. Call Barack. Barack will tell you. And this is some of the things that Trump wanted these people to investigate. And it was on that phone call that they claimed Trump was meddling in internal affairs, and they impeached Trump over this. And it turns out that Trump, like every other instance involving these so-called violations, Trump's the one that was innocent. Trump's the one that was been proven to be on the right side of the law. There was corruption. There was shenanigans going on. Trump wanted to get to the bottom of it. Trump ends up impeached while Biden ends up the Democrat nominee, with everybody ignoring what he did. And that's the Senate report today. Makes note of this and other things. The report raises serious preguntas that former Vice President Biden needs to answer. There are simply too many potential conflicts of interest, counterintelligence, and extortion threats to ignore, said Committee Chairman Ron Johnson in an interview with John Solomon at JustTheNewsMan.com. Here's a full quote. The Obama administration knew that Hunter Biden's position on Burisma's board was problematic and did interfere in the efficient execution of policy with respect to Ukraine. Moreover, this investigation has illustrated the extent to which officials within the Obama regime ignored the glaring warning signs when the vice president's son joined the board of a company owned by a corrupt Ukrainian oligarch. In all, Hunter Biden received more than $4 million from Burisma during a time when Burisma lobbied the State Department to make long-standing corruption allegations go away, at times invoking the Vice President's son's name for pressure. So this is saying they wanted Hunter Biden on the board because of his name. Didn't matter that he was not qualified, didn't know the first thing about the energy business that Burisma was in. They were willing to pay him $4 million, and all they wanted was his name and the name of his dad, so that it could be used to pressure investigators into stopping their investigations. This is a very, very long news story, but if it were about a Republican who had been nominated by his party be the nominee for president, his campaign would be over today. If this report were about Trump and a son of his, that media and the Trump's campaign, the media would make sure that Trump resigned. It would make sure that whoever the Republican was. But Joe Biden is not even going to be asked about this.